Hi guys, welcome back to Momina's Mixed Plate. In my studio today, I have Pakistan's possibly the only active female DJ in the studio with me today. Her name is Neha Khan. I think she's a trailblazer because she's kind of paving the way for women in the realm of music when it comes to DJing and mixing. We'll be talking about the craft of DJing, what it is like to be a woman in this field, and we'll be talking about the Hunza Film Festival that did make a lot of waves and headlines. There's a lot of stories that came out during the time and a lot of misconceptions. बहुत लोगों ने बहुत बातें की, बहुत headlines बनी जो शायद जायज़ नहीं थी. So we're going to bring on Neha and we're going to talk to her about everything that happened in Hunza and in the realm of DJing. So stay tuned till the end of the episode. Before we do that, you guys don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be part of the Momina's Mixed Plate family. And let's welcome on Neha Khan.
Hi Momina.
Hi Neha.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me on the show.
And thank you for taking out the time. I know that you don't usually do this.
Yeah, this is my first interview actually.
I know. And like for those of you who don't know, Neha does not like to talk much. But today I think she's going to be sitting in an environment where she's going to be forced to. I think it's good to challenge your limits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Acha, tell me first thing before we get into anything else. You're mostly into house music and electronic music and EDM. That's where your genre is. How and when did your interest and affinity towards music begin, and when did you decide to pursue it as a full-time career?
So when I went to Canada for my undergrad, I started listening to house music over there. I remember my friends and I would religiously go to clubs and for these house music concerts every weekend or every time an exam would be done or whenever we weren't studying. So we would go and listen to house. We did that for almost 4 years. So Toronto has a very good house underground scene.
I know that the underground music scene.
Yeah, Toronto is great for that. To the point where I got these 2 huge speakers and I installed them in my apartment, and my roommate and I would just listen to house music. Whether we were studying or showering or eating, it would just be playing in the background.
Okay, so it became a passion.
Yeah, it became like a passion.
What did you study?
I studied communication studies at York University.
Okay, nice. Achha, so what was the transition between taking it as a hobby and something that you enjoyed doing to actually making a full-time career out of it?
So when I moved back to Pakistan, no one really liked house music. Actually, people hated it. So when I used to play it out loud, they would tell me to just stop it. Because at that time, people had stopped listening to it. So I remember just going in my room and just listening to it by myself. And I remember traveling abroad just for music. Like I would go to all these musical festivals from the USA to the UK, to even Bali, which is supposed to be a peaceful retreat, but I managed to find music there, to all over Europe, because there was no outlet in Pakistan. So I got my first pair of turntables. With the help of some friends, I taught myself how to play, and then I started DJing.
And then you started DJing. How long has it been now?
It's been about 2 or 3 years.
Okay, 2 or 3 years. And what were you doing before that?
Not much.
Not much, chilling, traveling, in search for music. Yeah. What has been your greatest challenge?
Firstly, apart from the challenges, I would like to say that it also is really great because till today I get private messages in my inbox telling me that how women from all over the country message me and tell me how I've inspired them, how they're proud of me that I'm living their dream or just working in a male-dominated industry. So those messages make me feel really good, and it's why I do what I do. But there have been a few challenges recently. In June, I played at this festival called the Hunza Verse in Hunza.
Yes.
The festival itself was beautiful. The location was beautiful, the vibes, the atmosphere, the environment. Everyone loved it. Everyone from Pakistan, all over Pakistan came and they connected under music, and people were smiling and vibing and laughing. So I went to sleep feeling very fulfilled that I've achieved something really good. But the next day I woke up and I'm getting phone calls from my family. My inbox is flooded with death threats. People are telling me they're going to kill me. If I go to the Hunza airport, they're going to kill me, so I shouldn't be going back to Karachi. I didn't know what I had done. I was in a state of shock. I didn't know whether to be scared, whether to be okay about it. My parents were calling me, telling me that my Instagram stories are coming on news channels. So it was all very shocking.
And I heard about it, I discussed this at length, and it was quite it was a very disheartening moment just to see, like, initially when news started coming out and you're like, okay, yeah, like maybe there are indigenous people and their cultures are different from ours, and that needs to be protected, and that needs to be, I guess, adhered to certain guidelines. But then I started speaking to, like, I spoke to a few friends who were there at this festival and some who were just in the area at the same time. And this picture they painted was very different for me. Like, that they were talking to their drivers or their tour guides who were from Hunza and who were locals, and who said that this was not the first time that a music festival was happening, and the people of Hunza actually really enjoy music, and they love doing like such music festivals where people kind of come in and like locals are playing, are DJing. But where do you think like this controversy began? Like, what do you think caused it to happen in the first place?
Firstly, I feel like no one was hating the music festival over there. Like you said, the locals were loving it. I remember from my camera crew to everyone who was there to the locals who were also helping us set up, they loved it. They wanted more of those events to happen there. They were accusing me of trashing Hunza or throwing litter over there. None of us trashed any part of the festival. In fact, there were proper cleanups organized. And the fact that only I was being targeted and there were 5 or 6 other artists who were all male and I was the female one. Yeah. So that was very challenging and shocking.
That, I was going to ask you about that. It sucks that out of like a panel, and it's a 3-day festival where there were local musicians, there was local craft that was being presented. There was all sorts of music coming out. There was folk music, there was house music. It wasn't just, oh, that it's a rave that's happening in Hunza, right? It was a festival which had a wide variety of music, so to say. And in that, like, a woman was singled out, and her face was plastered as if ki behayai philai ja rahi hai. Would you like to elaborate a little bit on your experience?
So whatever I do is for the love of music. It's not a field where you get a stable income. So it's not to get money, it's just for the love of music. So I was doing it for the music culture over here, for people to maybe get entertained in some way, because there are not many entertainment outlets over here.
It's incredible, like, to do something. I think that so many women shy away in this country because of exactly what you're talking about. But what was, apart from the love, that actually made you move forward and bring you aage to say that, no, you know what, forget it, this is what I want to do, I don't care. Like, there needs to be some kind of passion on your end, and there needs to be a fire within you that says that you know what, it's more than what my life is worth.
So whenever I play music, especially for the people over here, the connection that I feel and the smiles that I see on their faces, which I don't get to see a lot because of the economy or whatever it is. So that motivates me.
And I think that's a great motivation to have, and I think it's a very selfless one at that. And I wish more people could understand and appreciate that. What's next for you? Because I still see you being a trailblazer, and I know that you don't talk much and you're right behind the scenes and you just love. And that's also a remarkable thing about someone, that they don't care about the limelight and what other people are saying, and just remaining so focused on what they do. So what is next for you?
I'm going to keep working on my music. I'm going to upload sets for people to listen to, especially because of COVID, they can't get out of their houses. So I feel like I'm going to do like this online thing where they can sit at home and listen to music even if they can't go out.
Great. And if there's one thing that, if there are, like, do you know any other female DJs out there?
I would tell them to go for it and to follow their dreams.
Yeah. I would do that too. But thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
It was absolutely wonderful talking to you, and I really do wish you all the best, and I hope things do get better for all of us out here. I hope you guys enjoyed the segment, and I hope that you guys took away something. ये बहुत ज़रूरी बात है समझने के लिए कि आपने 15 लोगों ने म्यूज़िक प्ले किया और आपने एक औरत को डेथ थ्रेट्स, रेप थ्रेट्स, हर किस्म की वाहियाती न्यूज़ चैनल्स के ऊपर उनकी बेइज्जती करना, उनकी फैमिली की बेइज्जती करना, ये ऐसे मसले मसाइल हमारे मुल्क के जो हम आई डोंट इवन नो, मेरी अब समझ से बाहर है कि किधर हम शुरू करें और किधर बात ख़त्म करें. लेकिन आई होप दैट वी कैन I can only hope for a better tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the segment, and I'll see you next time. Take care.